Arsenal lose 4 players and face a fresh injury blow after closing the gap on Liverpool, but Bukayo Saka's fairytale return proves he could be the Gunners' miracle maker. Welcome, Gunners. We've got some electrifying Arsenal updates coming your way, so stick around to the end for all the latest twists and turns. And hey, don't forget to smash that like button. 300 likes keep us fired up to bring you the freshest Arsenal news. Arsenal's chase for Premier League glory has been hit with yet another brutal blow. Despite clawing out a dramatic 2-1 victory over Fulham at the Emirates, Mikel Arteta's squad now faces a bitter reality, for key defenders are sidelined. What should have been a springboard for a resurgence is now overshadowed by a wave of injuries that could derail their ambitions for the rest of the season. The first half brought heartbreak as Gabriel Magalhaes, the rock at the heart of Arsenal's backline, was forced off with a hamstring injury. Things went from bad to worse when Jurrien Timber, finally back from a long layoff, couldn't finish the game after tweaking his knee. The situation's already dire, with Riccardo Calafiori out from an injury picked up on Italy duty, and Ben White's mysterious absence only deepens the crisis. Mikel Arteta couldn't hide his frustration. Speaking post-match, he admitted the team's still in the dark about the full extent of the damage. "We've got to wait and see how they recover. It's far from ideal. Imagine losing 4 defenders in a single week. It changes everything, but we've got fighters ready to step up," Arteta said, his voice laced with tension. Yet, amid this storm of setbacks, there's a glimmer of hope for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka's return from a lengthy injury spell is the breath of fresh air North London desperately needed. The young star finally stepped back onto the pitch after being out since December, bringing the energy and flair Gunners fans have been craving. He's not at his peak yet, but Saka's presence alone is a game-changer in this tight race for the top. Pundits are buzzing about how Saka will slot back into the Premier League's relentless pace. Some reckon he'll need time to hit his stride, others are convinced he's ready to terrorize defenses once more. With his trademark runs, lightning pace, and killer instinct, Saka's always been the X-factor Arsenal lean on. As the competition heats up and Arsenal battle to keep their title dreams alive, the big question looms: can they weather this injury storm and stay in the hunt? Or will they stumble at the worst possible moment? One thing's for sure, this season's shaping up to be a roller coaster of drama and emotion that no football fan will want to miss. Sometimes, in the wild whirlwind of football, there are stories that feel scripted long before the whistle blows. That night at the Emirates was proof that the game's magic can collide perfectly with reality. Bukayo Saka's long-awaited return wasn't just a footnote in Arsenal's history, it was a soul-stirring moment for every Gunners fan. In a 90-minute saga of passion and grit, the young winger came back from injury in a way straight out of a legend, scoring a goal and reigniting his team's fire. The 2-1 win over Fulham wasn't just about 3 points, it was a roaring statement that Arsenal's fight for the title is far from over. From the kickoff, the Emirates crackled with a different energy. Arsenal trailed the league leaders by 12 points, but the stadium pulsed with unshakable belief. "North London forever" rang out like a battle cry, drowning out any doubts hanging over Arteta's men. But that hope was tested early when Gabriel limped off after just 15 minutes. With injuries already piling up, Arsenal were forced to dig deep. Then came the sight that changed it all: Bukayo Saka warming up on the touchline. The roar that followed was thunderous, a tidal wave of noise that even had Fulham's players glancing over in awe. Saka's return wasn't just football, it was hope personified. Even without Saka on the pitch, Arsenal found a way to strike first. Young gun Ethan Nwaneri, who's been turning heads lately, nearly broke the deadlock with a venomous volley that tested Bernd Leno's reflexes. Then, a stroke of luck tilted the game. Mikel Merino, pulling strings as a shadow striker, fired a shot that deflected off Jorge Cuenca and nestled into the net. Arsenal were ahead, but the fight was far from over. Fulham hit back hard. Raúl Jiménez and Adama Traoré probed Arsenal's shaky backline with rapid counters, only for David Raya to stand tall. But all of that was just the build-up to the moment everyone craved. In the 66th minute, Arteta unleashed Saka, and the Emirates erupted like a volcano. The atmosphere shifted. This wasn't just a match anymore, it was a stage for a hero's return. And then, as if fate demanded it, magic struck 7 minutes later. A lightning break down the left saw Merino link up with Martinelli, who flicked a genius backheel into Saka's path. With ice in his veins, Saka nodded the ball into an empty net. The Emirates exploded. It wasn't just a goal, it was a scene ripped from the climax of a blockbuster sports movie. That strike didn't just seal the win, it screamed that Arsenal's talisman was back. Fulham grabbed a late consolation, but it was a mere footnote in the epic tale written that night. When the final whistle blew, one truth shone through: Arsenal had their heartbeat back. Bukayo Saka isn't just a player, he's the light guiding them through this treacherous season. Is this the spark that'll fuel a Gunners revival? Or just a fleeting flash in a campaign full of chaos? The answer's still out there, but one thing's certain: Saka's just kicked off the next chapter. So, Gunners, what do you reckon? Can Arsenal hold firm under this pressure, or will the injury crisis break them? Is this the moment that reignites their title charge, or just another twist in a season of ups and downs? Drop your thoughts below. Thanks for tuning into Arsenal Time. If you loved this, hit that like button, share it with your fellow Gunners, and leave us a comment. Keep riding this journey with us. See you in the next one. Come on, you Gunners.